Good morning, everybody. Welcome to About Time. My name is Karan. It's complicated KH. I'm here with my friend Chris, Tamboon 799. He is
Hey
apparently
everyone.
on a golf course somewhere in Utah where no
Yep.
one goes. So we might lose him in and out. But Chris, go ahead and
Hi everyone. So we have a guest, Sanjay Hegde. So he's a really good friend of the channel, and if you saw the show last week, he was playing Pictionary, and we pretty much won that. So I
well,
don't
he
know
won.
how
Chris. He won it. He won
he.
it.
Oh, you're right. He won the tiebreak.
Well, so
But
we'll be very happy how you actually pronounce his last name. Haikus. So anyway, we're going to bring him on. Today, what we're going to do is basically we'll be sharing his collection, what he has in his collection, and what he's planning to get from me. Right. So we're going to bring him on right now. There you go. Hey, Sanjay.
Hey guys,
How are you?
how are y'all?
Fantastic. Fantastic.
So where are you right now?
I'm in my dining room actually.
Okay.
Chris, we just discussed this.
Well, just let the other people know.
No worries, no worries.
All right. So Sanjay, tell us a little
Ghost.
bit about yourself and what got you into watches, timepieces rather. How did you get into it? What was your passion?
Yeah, I knew you were going to ask me this, so I've thought about it, and I don't know that I've come up with a great answer. What I can say is that I can't remember a time in my life where I liked watches. And the only thing I can potentially attribute it to, my father is a very punctual man, and he kind of instilled that in me. And I think in the beginning it was just the functional aspect of it. I just wanted to know what time it was so that we wouldn't be late, for whatever we were going to do, or I wouldn't be late. I remember actually recently my brother sent me a picture that he found of all of us, like a family with a bunch of family friends, and all the kids are lined up. And I'm pretty sure I'm maybe 10 years old, and I'm the only kid wearing a watch out of all the kids. It kind of struck me there that it's gone on forever.
So what watch was that? Hello?
I don't even remember. I wish I could. I know a lot of guys who've been on the channel remember the very first watch they had. It probably was a calculator watch, but I can't remember. I can see that there is a watch in my hand, and interestingly enough, it was on my right wrist, which now I'm right-handed. I wear my watches on my left wrist, so I don't know where that came from. And so I've always had watches. Certainly not high-end watches in the beginning, but I do remember as I got older, my mom sort of noticed that I always had a watch on, and so kind of high school to college years. That would be kind of a Christmas gift for me. And she started with things like a Movado. I remember I had a museum piece, which I've still got. One of your previous people talked about the Gucci watch that they had. She got me as well, with the green and the red stripes down the middle. And then it's just kind of taken off from there. Karan has certainly fed into it.
So, of course, considering we're talking about your collection today, let's talk about what we're wearing at least to start with. So let's do a quick wrist check, Sanjay.
Sure.
What do you have on?
I guess this is going to be upside down. I'll take it off.
Yep.
I've got IWC tribute to Paul Weber.
Nice.
Of course, I got from Karan.
Very cool.
Love this watch. Love the blue. Love the way it shows time. It's definitely one of my favorites.
Well, the nice thing about this is it left me an option of trying to sell you a Zeit work eventually as well.
Now, don't forget that you got this for me because of my lust for the Zeit work, but my fear of the price.
Well, you wanted the striking time at that point.
Yeah.
Well,
I want a lot of things. It doesn't mean I'm going to get them.
Chris, what do you have on the golf cart today?
So I have my golf watch.
You have your golf watch? Really? You need it?
Yeah, I need all the help I can get.
What's your best score, Chris?
80.
Oh boy, you're horrible.
I'm not good. I can hit it far. That's fun.
I have the Breitling on, the Navitimer, the 48 GMT. And I also kept considering that we're getting some good subscribers and new subscribers in. I just kept this watch aside as well to show everybody that this is the giveaway once we hit 1,000 subscribers. It's slightly worn, but it does come with a box as well and everything. So, yeah. So great start with IWC. Sanjay, is that the only IWC? Mind you, I know your collection, but
yeah. No, I'd like you to hold my hand and lead the discussion. So, no, I've got a couple of other IWCs. Let's see where I got. The first IWC I got actually was this Aqua Timer Jacques Cousteau. Actually, one of the very first watches that I got. I don't know if that shows up well.
Very cool.
Pretty well. We all probably have an idea, yeah, as well.
Yeah, I still wear this watch quite a bit. And I've got a...
Uh-oh, we lost you. Technical difficulties.
Is that me or?
Am I back?
Yeah, now you're back.
Yep, you're good.
I've got a IWC perpetual calendar, Portuguese perpetual.
Oh, yeah, I love their perpetual calendars.
Yeah, which I'm really
is that the double hemisphere, the single hemisphere?
double hemisphere.
The double hemisphere.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see that there.
Yeah.
Yep.
A quick
There it
trivia
is.
for everybody while you're
So,
showing watches also. Do we know
That's
why?
another watch I'm very fond of.
Yeah, great. And I just
What were you
wanted
saying, Karan?
to put in a quick trivia for everybody. Do we know why IWC did the double hemisphere? While you're showing watches, it's fine. We can go on, but you know the answer, right?
I don't know. I was going to say just to sell watches, but I'm sure there's something more interesting.
That's always a reason.
Well, anybody on the chat can answer that while we go through the timepieces you have on. So you've got about 3 IWCs, right? Yeah.
Chris,
go on mute.
He's ordering lunch right now.
He turned his
10:20.
Play through. Tell him to play through.
Sorry about that. That was the starter.
It does help in both hemispheres, but it wouldn't really matter because that was Arthur's answer. Because it's a single hemisphere would also help them because they don't need to know somewhere in the other hemisphere. But yes, Mike, yes, he's South African.
Oh, that makes
He's South
sense.
African, so you are absolutely correct. Yeah.
What did he say? I don't see it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. You're absolutely correct. South African. For that, Mike, you win the last.
What was his answer?
Because the CEO spent time in the Southern Hemisphere.
Oh, okay. There it is. Yeah.
Well, he was from South Africa, so yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, great.
Well
Chris, do you want to place an order for some balls or something while we're talking about watches?
Sorry. It's a little distracting.
I know I'm not interesting, but at least fake it.
No. You're good. I'm looking at the comments now.
Yes, Mike, I did.
So what was your first luxury piece?
That's a good question. I'm pretty sure. So as my taste evolved and I moved on and I still love Movado and those brands, but obviously the most well-known watch, which I think you ask any person in the world, or most random people, what's the best watch? What's the most well-known watch? It's Rolex. So
right.
Yeah. So I got a Rolex Submariner two-tone.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I actually got
a two-tone sub.
It's possible I may have got it from Karan's ex, but I don't remember
We won't mention her.
No, I think when you got it, she was not working for Rolex as well.
Okay, I think it was at Wynn Company. And what I do remember about that purchase is that was a time where you could walk into a store and there were Rolexes, not just any Rolexes, but Submariners, Daytonas. They were in the store on display, and I just saw this watch in the display and got it. And now I don't think you can go into a Rolex store and see a Submariner waiting there. or at least
Yeah,
me.
not even the two tones are.
The steel and gold are pretty much they're round, but the steel is not as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got that watch, and I still love. Actually, that's a watch Elise wears now, probably more often than I do.
Correct.
It looks better on her.
I think I sized it for her.
You did size it for her. Yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
Cool. So
going to Rolex, which is your other Rolex we have. I know there's somebody on here that would be very happy to see that timepiece.
Or upset.
Or upset, yeah.
Karan helped me get this watch.
that was your next piece?
No, I can't go in order. I wish I'd actually tracked the order of watches I bought. But if we go by brand, this is my other Rolex. And I know there's a lot of controversy about this watch, and some people don't like the colors and the new Serichrome bezel and how the colors show up compared to the old one. But
right.
I love the watch. I think it looks great. I wear it all the time. Very, very rugged, very durable, great looking watch.
And you actually use that piece when you're traveling? Is that
for the time zone?
Yeah, the time zone.
Yeah,
that's been pretty useful.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even when I'm at home, it's nice. I adjust it for where my brother and my dad live, just so that I know what time it is there. Yeah, it's a great piece.
I'm getting a lot of people are really killing me right here. Sorry, guys. It was it was a little easier than available when Sanjay wanted it.
I did get it a few years ago. Yeah, I think I was lucky to ask if I could get one very early on.
Yeah, you got to be early on that. I know there's a couple people who are looking for that piece. So did you kind of stay with Rolex, or did you?
That's all I have from Rolex, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I think Rolex is a great brand, but as I've evolved, there are just so many other great brands out there, and so I've kind of moved on. I've thought about a Daytona potentially, but I'm not sure that I'm going to pull the trigger on that, or if I can pull that. That would be a long waiting list.
Yeah. The Panda or
probably the Panda.
Black? The Panda.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen that piece of. I think my uncle has it, and he loves it. But it's kind of common nowadays. So, did you, I guess, move on to other brands as you got more into your collection?
Yeah. It's almost embarrassing to say I've got a lot of other brands. Pick a brand.
No, that's good. I like that. Yeah.
I just want to say, Chris, you want to move your direction and drive away from those people talking in your background?
I can't really, but
just so you know, Chris will pick up as a caddy. So
okay, let's see if this is better.
He's a caddy by profession, which is great. Right, Chris?
Yeah, we're just kind of getting started, so it's kind of.
So we're gonna see you hit some balls.
Probably more interesting than watching me.
No. Your collection is great so far.
Let's go with the next brand that you want to go in order, whichever. One.
Yeah.
Is there
I don't have a particular order. I've just got them out here, so I'll show this watch. I think this is a really underappreciated brand. This is a JLC. I don't know if that's
yep.
This is actually one of my earlier purchases as well. This may have been the watch I bought after my Rolex when I started, going down the rabbit hole of brands and learning some more about watches. I got very enamored with JLC. I think they're a great brand. They have a wide breadth of knowledge, and they make every kind of watch and complication known, which I appreciate. And I think they're really underappreciated in the sort of in watch circles.
Yeah, definitely. They're. I've only had the similar piece, the Master Geographic, and that's been a really awesome piece. It's just
lost him.
Okay, sorry. We're about to tee
you have Chris, you can go on mute if you want.
Yeah.
So is not away from the camera, Chris. Mute.
Well, our connections are terrible.
Yeah. Sorry about the connection, guys. Today it is terrible. So
sorry.
Is that the only JLC that you have?
It is. Yeah, it is. I think I would like at some point to get another JLC. Like I said, I think it's a really cool brand, for lack of a better term. It's kind of an under the radar brand, but I really appreciate it.
Right.
But at this point, that's the one I've got. But I love it.
You have a question here from Kus, Sanjay. Do you have a favorite brand?
That's a good question. People ask me that a lot. It's almost maybe like asking if you have a favorite kid. I have three kids. If one of them is my favorite, it's hard to say one is your favorite. Of course, I have several favorite brands. Probably my two favorite brands are Longuet and Brigade.
Oh, yeah.
Those brands, I think they're fantastic. There's not a watch they make that I don't look at and love. And I think what they can do, how they make their watches, the attention to detail, everything is just wonderful about those two brands. So
is there
sell them both?
yeah.
Is there Longuets or Brigades that you have in your collection, or are you looking at them?
Both. That's the problem with being a watch.
Right.
You're always looking. I've got let's see. I've got one Longuet. I would love to get another one. This is the time zone, not the new time zone that was just released, but
it's a classic.
Years ago. Another watch I wear when I travel and when I'm at home. I think
so. Yeah, you have a lot of travel timepieces.
Yeah,
is
I
that
do
part
that.
of work or?
No, not at all. Really, when I get interested in a watch, the first thing about it is the dial that attracts me.
Right.
And this dial on this Longuet, I think is just beautiful. The asymmetry, I think it's just something different and unique. When I first saw that watch, I knew that I wanted it, and I seeked it out. I wasn't sure about which material. Yeah, very conveniently. Although I will say these were watches I purchased before I knew Karan. So ironically, I didn't get these from him, but I'm sure he will rectify the situation.
Longa and the JLC you didn't purchase from me. You're right.
Correct.
This Longa and JLC you haven't purchased.
Pepsi, of course, I did. So
yeah,
there are plenty that I got from him. Trust me, guys.
So let's
and
go
more that you will.
Brand.
What's that?
And probably more.
Yep.
So, is there a Brigade that you have? I
do. I do have a few of Brigades. The first Brigade I got, again, not from Karan. I'm going to keep pointing that out. This is Marine Chrono in white gold.
Okay, yeah.
Again, when I saw this dial, I just fell in love with it. And I'd always, as I got into watches and started reading more about the history of watches, Brigade came first and foremost in terms of history and tradition. And so I desperately wanted a Brigade, and that's the first one I got. And again, still love it to this day, just as much as when I first purchased it.
I love that watch. Love the idea of that watch also. It's a beautiful flyback, and the gear on that is stunning.
Yeah.
Stunning. Yeah.
I will say, while I didn't purchase it from Karan, he did help me with the issue I had with it at one point. So I'll give him credit for that.
Mm-hmm. So so again, if you want to go quickly, Dan asked, how did you get into the hobby? So we'll ask him to rewind on the channel because he was late. I think we are having a lot of difficulty with
sorry guys.
Yeah, with the connection for everybody except for me. Tamboon has messed up the connection for everybody, looks like.
Guys.
All right. So going back to, of course, you went the Marine. So what is the next Brigade you got then? Something from me, I would think. Oh, I think
at some point.
Let me get. Here's the Brigade tradition with retrograde seconds.
Oh wow!
Again, another watch that when I saw, I fell in love with. Actually, what I first saw was the was it a limited edition Karan, the one with the blue guilloche?
Yeah, the limited edition boutique only.
Yeah.
And
I really liked that watch. I inquired about it with Karan, and we talked about it. And then he said, "Well, what about this watch?" And it's a beautiful piece as well. And I love it. I love the.
So we're having a lot of difficulty today.
Should I change my location?
Yeah, we can just. I'll hide you. Go ahead and change your location. I
Because
think we
my
have.
wife
Yeah, I'll hide you
seems
and
to
then go
be
ahead and change your location.
okay.
Okay.
Yep. So, ooh, Chris.
Sorry, I need to get the lighting.
So, Chris, show us your background today.
All right. So right now we're on hole 1.
You're on hold 1. I think you'll stay there for the whole day.
Yeah, it's playing quite slow.
Any questions for Chris today, guys?
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
How are we getting to Sanjay?
That was poor scheduling on my part.
Yes, terrible scheduling. And you told me a few hours before only that you're out of town.
Not a few. I gave you a little bit better than that.
Yeah.
All right. They hit. Wow, that guy hit it about 30 yards.
All you've been
Okay.
doing is driving.
I know. Well, I'm taking off the first few holes for the show.
All right, Sanjay should be there. Sanjay, give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Okay, there we go. All right, so we got that. That's better.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah. So the tradition, the La Tradition, which you got.
I don't know if I
made,
came up or not.
Yep, last year. It's the white gold version, right? Sanjay, can you hear it?
Yeah, I lost you for a second.
So it's the white gold one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful watch.
Yeah, that's a beauty.
What I like about it, over the last few years, I've got a lot of traditional time-telling pieces, and I started being interested in watches that either show the time differently or have a different look. I know this isn't a skeleton dial per se, but I like the fact that the gears and such are visible. And the same goes with the Paul Weber. That's what I like about that different way of showing time.
Right. So coming back to the next Brigade, I got you. Oh, yeah. I love that.
I'm still recovering from this one.
We'd love to see the back of it too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I don't know if I can show it well, but there's
you can
Brigade tourbillon.
Oh wow!
I don't have it wound.
Yeah, you have to have a Brigade tourbillon.
Yeah, so this would be one of the grail pieces for me when I first started collecting. Obviously, with Brigade inventing the tourbillon, I always wanted one of these, and Karan found a way to get it for me.
You did. I love the back of this piece.
Yeah.
To show that well. I should have had the.
That was good. That was good.
If you take the strap off, can you see it?
Yeah.
Really, honestly, the back of this watch is more impressive than the front. It's beautiful. It's a really beautiful piece. Yeah, love it.
Lovely piece. Yeah. So, have you been wearing it often, though?
You know, that's the ironic thing is that when I got this, we entered into COVID and the pandemic, and I really have not gone anywhere, I should say. But I still wear it around the house, to be honest, sometimes in the evening, just because I love having it on my wrist, love looking at it, love watching that tourbillon do its thing. So I do wear it. But I'm anxious for us to get back to some normalcy so I can wear it out and about again.
Has that been what you've been wearing most of the, at home and?
I wear sometimes I just wear a different watch at home. I have some watches I wear to work that are a little bit more durable than that. And then I'll wear some of these just, it may seem foolish that I'm wearing a Brigade on sitting around at home. But
show off to your wife.
The reason I'm into watches is because I love them and I love looking at them and I love them on my wrist. So that's what I do.
Yeah. And I think the leather too is pretty comfortable. So
yeah.
It's not like it's that obtrusive.
Right. Yeah.
So, you have a question from Dan. What do you wear the most? Have you shown it yet or have you not?
I probably wear my watches all equally, to be honest. I'm not trying to duck the question. I have about 5 watches that I wear to work, and I'll wear a watch for a week and then I'll rotate them. So I wear them equally. And if I go out to dinner or go somewhere out, I'll wear something different. And
Uh-oh.
I think that was me.
How is that you? Your connection is coming through. Sorry, Sanjay, we lost you for a second again.
I really do apologize for this. I don't know why. I'm right near where we did Pictionary. It went fine.
Yeah, I know. It's probably just one of those days.
Yeah.
So
my
coming
answer.
back to the tourbillons, I know that, at least I know because I've sold you a couple more. So let's stick with the tourbillon theme. I think you're done with the Brigades, right?
That is it for Brigade for now.
So
For
you
now.
have 2 more tourbillons, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see.
I've got this.
Ah.
Karan has shown on the channel several times since he was just gifted.
Yeah.
And of course, I was not gifted this, but I've watched with again the dial, the phone.
You were gifted my services, Sanjay.
What's that?
You were gifted my services.
I know, but I suspect that I helped you achieving that gift. How about that,
Mike? I think Mike, you, Kim Coulter.
Yeah,
all of you guys have.
We've all done our part.
You've done your part.
Yeah. So that again, that dial. I love the faux enamel dial is beautiful when you really look at it up close. And of course the tourbillon, don't need to
Is there are you like happy with the tourbillons now and you're or are you still looking at other
Chris, why are you spoiling my sales pitch?
Well, no, you don't know. He's probably got a few more.
Excuse me, stop telling, don't tell them that the collection's done yet.
No, I'm just asking if there's other tourbillons he's looking at.
Chris.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, the connection is bad today.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I think tourbillons are an incredible pinnacle of watchmaking, and but in terms of real usefulness, I'm sure that's very debatable. They're beautiful. It's great to have in a collection, but I don't know that I necessarily have another tourbillon on my radar.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Is there any Brigades that you're looking at? Or?
Trying to think. I think if I were to pick a brand that I want to get another watch from, I'd like to get another Longue.
Zeitwerk in the making.
Yeah. There's one or two that I've got my eye on. Zeitwerk, possibly. Datograph.
Right.
Definitely a possibility. I really love the Richard Lang jumping seconds. That dial is incredible, and I love the complication. Even though everyday usefulness is not that big a deal, but the jumping seconds I think is really cool.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
No, Mike says you need the Vacheron overseas tourbillon, Sanjay.
Yeah, everyone check out our video on it.
Well, since then that timepiece has been sold, so
okay. We'll watch the video either way.
So Sanjay, which is the other tourbillon you have?
Another one Karan helped me get.
Another one.
The Freak.
Oh wow.
Sorry,
that is an awesome piece.
Well.
No, that does.
No, yeah, that looks great.
Yeah. Again, I love the uniqueness of this watch, and this watch is probably the watch I get the most comments on when I'm out and about. Just because
it's so unusual, yeah.
Usual, yeah. People just look and go, "What is that?" And then, of course, I tell them the brand, and they have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah, what's really nice about that Freak, because it's in titanium one, and it's not only a tourbillon; it's actually a carousel tourbillon.
Yeah, so it's rotating on itself as well. Yeah.
Right. So
titanium is amazingly light.
What's the diameter on that one?
44, Karan?
44.
Yeah. 44. Okay. So really, it still wears really, yeah.
Especially because
the way it sits, definitely, it's very comfortable. The way it hits the lap. Yeah.
It doesn't look large at all. When I first was looking at it, I thought 44 is because I have a very small wrist, but it wears quite small.
Right. So you have another question here.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. I would say I'm still interested in sort of dress watches, but I am questioning more the utility of buying them, certainly because of not going anywhere for 9 months, not traveling, not doing anything like that. I'm hoping that that's coming to an end in the next few months. And so I probably will start veering that direction again.
Nice. So you've got 2 UNs as well.
Yes.
So what is the next brand we're going to go to?
Well, since Mike mentioned VC, I do have a Vacheron. Again, Karan. This may have been the first watch I bought from you, Karan, right?
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah.
Beautiful watch.
First watch in Vegas.
Yeah. And, yeah, exactly. I believe it was an anniversary edition for their 200 something or other anniversary of continuous watchmaking.
Right. It was a beautiful piece.
Yeah.
Beautiful piece.
Yeah. And again, the back of that watch is really pretty as well. Gold-plated rotor.
Gold rotor.
Yeah.
22 karat gold rotor, yeah.
I don't know if that shows up very well. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It is a lovely piece. It's a dual time, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Chris, you're right. I have a lot of dual time watches. Yeah. Hadn't really thought about that. It's not by design.
No, you do.
It's interesting. It just kind of ends up being that way.
Yeah.
You see a couple pieces that you like, and then it kind of builds on that. I'm sure tourbillons too. You didn't have a plan on collecting that complication.
Should have stuck to this. That was out of my reach. I would be retiring a lot sooner if I'd stuck to that notion. But I really wanted one in my collection, at least one in my collection.
Sorry, there's a lot of noise in the background as well, Chris. There's a lot of wind, and we'll have to mute you otherwise. So Sanjay, what else do you have? So besides you have one Vacheron?
I have one Vacheron, yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is.
Let's see, what else can I show you? I got, again, I think all of these will be Quran related. We got this Omega.
Oh yeah, you did get that's the James Bond one, right?
James Bond tribute to Her Majesty's 50th anniversary of Her Majesty's Secret.
Oh, we're stuck again.
Sorry
for the inconvenience, guys. Yeah, we are.
We may have to redo this whole show.
No, it's all right. So let's look at it again because it froze. Yep. Yeah.
Omega is a brand that was a little under the radar for me. But I'm a big James Bond fan. I'm disappointed I haven't been able to answer any of your James Bond related trivia questions, but I like this. When this came out, I thought it was unique because it was dedicated to that one single movie, which I think a lot of people don't know about.
Right.
I thought that was kind of cool, and I love the dial. I love all the little sort of tributes to James Bond that are throughout the watch. You know, from the seal on the back to the 7 when the date comes up, the 7th. It's in that font. To the coat of arms, everything. Yeah, I think it's cool.
Comes in a lovely box too.
Yeah, really great box.
Yeah,
absolutely. And it has a stainless steel strap, which I've thought about switching to, but I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, when you bring it to Vegas the next time I see you, if you want, I'll change it around.
Yeah, I'm curious what it would look like. I mean, I think it looks great on this rubber strap. But I wonder what it'll look like on the steel.
So that's the only Omega you own as well.
It is, yeah.
All right, so
maybe it's Snoopy, although I know
everybody wants a Snoopy.
Yeah. But you guys, who was it that was on the show? They were talking about that. Was it the back of the dial, that little Snoopy that goes around?
Correct. Both Mike and Arthur love the timepiece, and they're on the list to get it. You know, so hopefully, we can get a few, so we can always, offer it to all of you. Yeah. So what's next, Chris? You're on mute only because there's so much sound with the wind. And Sanjay froze again.
Right.
There you
go. There's a lot of wind. Sorry.
Thanks for unmuting yourself then and making us hear it again.
Nice backdrop though, Chris.
Yeah, it looks beautiful out there.
Yeah.
It looks gorgeous out there.
I've got this as well.
You'll get a lot. That's something you got from me too.
Yep.
Way before. Yeah.
Pre where you are now, but AP Offshore. Again, as I was getting more and more into watches, there were a few brands that I thought I wanted to at least have one watch from, and this is so iconic for AP that I got. It's a big watch. It's a very big, bulky watch, but it draws attention as well. It's a striking piece.
Yeah, I know. I love that piece. It set well on you. It did set.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was worried about it, but it's a cool watch.
Yeah. Only AP you have?
Only AP, yeah. Their new, what is it called? The new line they came out with, is it that's controversial because they moved the octagon into the bezel?
Oh, yeah. I can't remember the name.
Is it 1159?
1159, 1157, something like that. 1159, yeah.
Oh, at 1159, yeah. I wanted to like some of those pieces, but I'm not sure. I'm torn on them.
Yeah, great movement though.
Yeah,
they make a timepiece.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, really good. If you guys had to list your top 5 brands, what would you list? It's probably an easy list.
Yeah, we could ask everybody on there. So I'd love to hear from. I think Mike probably has his top 5 brands, or maybe he's waiting. He wants the Langer Zeitwerk too. But yeah, Goose, Arthur, David, Dan. I think the chat is also lagging today a little. Something's wrong with StreamYard today.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've enlarged my screen. When I do that, I don't see the chat. So if I'm not responding to a question, I apologize.
No, I'll highlight a question. Yeah, if that comes up. So while we're looking at that, you've got one Zenith too, right?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, from you, I have this Pilot's watch, limited edition, North American.
Right.
Extra
US
special.
only.
Yeah. I think
that was 50 pieces.
50, right? Yeah. This one's numbered on the side, which is cool. And I love the crown, the onion crown, and I love the blue. It's a little more subtle than some of the blues on the watches that are out there these days, but it's a very pretty blue. So
yeah, it's red, white, and blue as well. So it's got a little bit of red because it's a US only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Zenith is a brand I think I'd like to explore further. I love the history of them and the fact that they made the first automatic, or I guess integrated automatic chronograph. And I think a lot of people don't realize even the Daytona was using that movement for quite some time.
Right.
So maybe an El Primero at some point.
Yep, definitely. Maybe very soon. Maybe in a few days.
That's it.
Well, like everybody knows, there's a new release coming from Zenith, which is top secret right now.
Everyone knows, but it's top secret?
Well, basically, they know there's a new piece coming out.
Okay.
So a lot of people will like it. And we're really hoping that, my friends at Zenith would come and do a little show here and, introduce the piece as well very soon. Yeah. And Dan here, who's a huge Breitling fan, says everyone is secretly a closet Breitling fan.
If I can get that watch in the raffle, I'll become an open Breitling.
So you have to get one a giveaway to get to actually like the brand, do you?
No, I actually have a Breitling. I don't have it here with me. I actually forgot about it. My apologies, Dan. But I have a Breitling Colt quartz watch.
You do. I remember you telling me that.
Very. Maybe actually that may have been one of the first sort of more well-known brands that I bought a watch from. But I have to admit, I do not wear that watch anymore.
I have to highlight this again because I don't think everybody caught it, but Chris's friend, Not Scissors, actually highlighted Chris's choices. No wonder he actually got that in the Pictionary that he loves the Victor and Quorum for sure. Yeah,
that probably won us the game, not me getting the tiebreaker, but him pulling that out.
I know. Come back to Vegas, David. I'll help you decide the fifth brand very soon. All right, so let's go on with your collection. What else do we have?
I've got.
I don't see Arthur today on the chat as much.
Very
there you go. This one's for Dan. Just tell Dan, this one's for you.
Yeah.
He does not like Panerai. So,
yeah. I'm torn. I wonder if I got this watch just to sort of diversify my collection. I still wear it. It's a very big watch as well. You know, I don't have the forearms of Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I sometimes wonder whether it's the right watch for me, but it's a very cool piece, and it definitely draws attention, the uniqueness of the look.
True. The forearms you don't need. You need a wrist. I don't think either one of them have
the wrist. Yeah.
So you can wear it. Yeah. So Dan says, how can you forget about a Breitling? That's like leaving your favorite child behind while you drive off. Yeah.
I'm convinced Dan must get a little bit of payment from Breitling every time he mentions their name because he brings it up a lot.
Well, you know, he might be in contention of winning this watch because he mentions Breitling so much.
Yeah. On the other hand, he's probably got enough Breitlings where if he wants the brand to grow, he should let the rest of us have one so that we get into it.
The 113 is a nice piece. Goose, actually, I own the 113 as well. I put it on a red and a yellow strap once in a while. Yeah. So, Sanjay, so the Panerai is there. Oh, yeah. There he is. So what else do we have?
We're getting close to, I've got this. This was actually one of my earlier purchases.
Oh, the Pasha.
Yeah. This was another watch where when I saw this dial, I just fell in love with it.
I love that watch, but that is the ultra thin one, right? Isn't that the Dubois Dupree movement?
Oh boy, you're sort of exposing my lack of watch knowledge, so I don't know that I can answer you. I got this like before 2010.
Yeah, so I think that is the Dubois Dupree movement, if I'm not mistaken. If you have the box still, not now, of course, don't check now, but later on in the certification, it should tell you that that is a special movement.
Okay, I'll look it up. I've got the box.
So,
but this is a pretty watch, and I still, even though it's over 10 years old, I still love it. Wear it a lot.
So there was a question for Chris. Chris, I don't know if you can see when I'm highlighting because I know you have trouble. Your friend asked you if you had any Bloody Marys.
No, I didn't have time to get.
Sounds good.
I wish I did. I'd play better with it.
So his dad will give him a slap if he drinks in front of him. Just so you guys know, he's so scared of his father.
Well, you play better. So.
Yeah. So Cartier Pasha. And we're almost into your collection. So what else do we have there? You're saving the best for last, I'd see.
Well, I think you led it that direction. I don't know if I purposely did that, but I have this.
Oh, wow.
Annual calendar chronograph flyback.
Yep. That's an awesome piece.
I love that piece.
Helped me with, it's so this, again, as far as brands go, you know, it's hard to argue with this brand, and I did not have one in my collection, and I really wanted one. And Karan, you helped me get this as well, right?
Yep.
It's a great sports watch, and you know, everyone knows about this brand. I'm not going to go into it.
What situations do you wear that for, work or
I wear this. I've worn it to work and then thought, why am I wearing a watch like this to work?
why not?
Yeah, why not? I wear this all the time. I don't wear it at night a lot. I wear it during the day quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's to me, it looks like a great sports watch. It goes with a lot of different outfits. To be honest, I love the annual calendar function. I think that's underappreciated. I love perpetual calendars, but this maybe, for lack of a better term, is a great poor man's perpetual calendar.
It's super useful too.
Yeah, very useful.
It is. It is.
I don't want to get the whole date on a watch controversy started, but I'm one of the very few watch lovers that do the date on a watch.
Oh, okay, good. There's someone else out there.
Yeah, I do like it.
Yeah.
You know, I use the date on a timepiece more than the time itself sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, because we've gotten so used to looking at our phones sometimes that, you know, you just automatically, oh, this is the time. But the date, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's
when you have,
actually for a long time, the release with my Zenith, and also Arthur talking about dates on it. I tried it. I love it. Okay, great. But you know, to see the date sometimes, you know, at least I use the date a lot every day. So
I do too.
Yeah,
every day.
Yeah,
filling out forms and
right.
Yeah, receipts, forms.
Yeah, the many receipts that you have to fill out for.
Yeah. Yeah. Not these days though, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a different world, but hopefully soon.
Yeah, hopefully soon. Come on, Sanjay, get the Zeit work now. And Mike, you too.
Maybe we can share one.
No worries.
Hey, that's been a thing. People share timepieces.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Yeah, Chris, that doesn't mean you don't give me my paddock back. You put it on video.
that's not a sharing piece.
Yeah. So you have another paddock that you purchased when we opened our boutique here in Venice too.
I have this.
There you go, the pilots.
Another dual time zone watch that I got, but not on purpose. But again, I just like the dial on this. I know there's a lot of controversy about this watch as well, and Paddock's history with pilots' watches and yada, yada, yada. But I think it's a great looking piece. I love the way you can change the second time zone. It's very, very easy and intuitive. So yeah, I've been very happy with that. Lucky to get it. Do you remember when I bought this watch?
You walked in for a different timepiece, and we pulled this out for you.
Yeah, you managed to sucker me in, but that was right when you were going to have your grand opening ceremony.
Yeah.
The stipulation, if I bought that watch, is that you guys be allowed to keep it because Mr. Stern was going to be in the boutique, and you wanted to have that there.
Yep. Yep.
So I said, well, yeah, put it on his wrist and take a picture of it for me.
We did.
I don't know that we did. I don't think we did, but I'm sure it was a very busy night.
Yeah. Yeah, I was there for not a long time also because it was really busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was bummed that you missed it, but you were there a week before, so
I was there a week before. I wasn't able to swing it for that actual. I would have loved to have been there too. That would have been fantastic. But it's a great boutique, beautiful place.
So David has a nice question for you. Mike wants me to be on his way for the site work too. So
watch sharing program. That's one I haven't heard before.
So which Zeit work were you looking at? Any of the newer versions or the classic original?
One, and that's the one that I was enamored with from the beginning. But I do like the one with the date.
It was well done.
Love of date. I think the way they did the date was really cool, very unique, and one of the many things I love about Langay.
Yeah, it was really well thought out.
Yeah, I don't love the Lume one as much.
The Lumen is beautiful if you see it in person.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. It hasn't struck my eye just looking at pictures and online. I don't want to see it in person because then I'm sure I'll love it.
Right. It's impossible to see it in person because it's all sold out also. So
Right.
Dan has that question for you. Please don't say Breitling coat. He wants to hear that.
The most enjoyment. I think that is a tough one. Sort of like asking what's your favorite kid or what's your favorite watch. But probably, I think for me personally, having a Brigade tourbillon is really brings me a lot of joy. I think that might be for me. Like I said, it's a Grail watch. All of these watches are Grail watches to me. I'm very fortunate to have them. But having a Brigade tourbillon, I think, was something I would not have dreamed I would ever be able to do or have. And I'm lucky to have one. It's a beautiful piece.
It is. I was actually not shocked that you got it. I mean, I know you were contemplating between a couple of watches at that point, and this just happened to be there in our store. And yeah,
it was sort of serendipity. I did not call you seeking that particular watch, but
right.
As you so often do, you said, "Well, I've got this if you're interested."
Yeah.
Enough. So.
No, that is a beautiful timepiece. However, I must tell you, between, at least personally in your collection, the one I like the most, I'm actually staring at right now, and it's looking great. Yeah, that piece is one of my favorite pieces. Yeah. That blue. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen the timepiece. Sorry, Chris, I had to mute you again because it is too much wind. But if you haven't seen this piece, it was a limited piece. The Paul Weber, and that blue does not do justice in how Sanjay's showing it right now. But it almost looks like, and that strap, I mean, that Santoni strap is so gorgeous, so gorgeous. Yep. What a beautiful piece.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I hesitate to say what's my favorite piece. There are a lot of favorite pieces for me.
Right. And of course, I know you wanted to bring up the strap that for Chris, so he doesn't feel that bad. But I think he's hearing you, but he's not on camera. But
I'm hoping to get a blue strap for my VC.
So he's shaking his head there. And oh, sorry, you froze again. There you are, I think. Oh, back again. Yeah, now you're back. I think so. Yeah. So you're hoping for the VC strap in blue and also one more strap, right?
Yeah. For my wife, I got her a Spitfire, right?
Yes, the bronze IWC that you got. Yeah. That was your anniversary, right? Because it was your bronze year.
Bronze year, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. There's another question for you. Sanjay's a little hesitant on answering that one.
I had a feeling this would come up, showing all these watches.
Don't worry, he's in London.
First of all, I'm broke. Let's make that clear. I am a physician. So that's why wearing watches, these kind of watches to work, usually doesn't really work for me. But I do have some that I feel comfortable wearing at work.
Dan, you should know this. Indians in America are either doctors, motel owners, or retailers.
There are a few engineers.
A few engineers, yeah. What's it? IT, yeah.
IT, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was great. And do you have any more timepieces that are missing, or?
No, I think that I'm sure that people are sick of seeing them. That's it. I think that's enough.
No, I think they love it. I mean, between Mike and your collection, you guys have got my entire store. Yeah, it's true.
Talk about. Oh, I lost you, Karan.
I said between Mike and you guys have got my entire store.
Yeah.
We're
doing our best to fund your retirement.
You guys both have the same langas. Both of you didn't buy them for me.
Yeah.
He has it in white gold. You have it in.
I loved his when he showed it.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful piece.
Goose is saying he's disappointed. That's all.
Sorry, guys. I wish I had what I would love to have, and I'm 99% positive I'll never have one, is a minute repeater.
Do you not like them, or is
No,
there
no, I can't. The price point is,
yeah,
especially if you get it, the Grail, I think, would be a paddock minute repeater. And, anytime you see the price upon request at the website.
those are great.
Sometimes also when the price on request is also because they're only application pieces. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons why.
5 other watches to get that watch.
It's still not cheap.
No, it's not cheap. So
no, they're not inexpensive at all. But yeah, you might get it. But I promise you guys, when you see Sanjay next time on he'll be wearing the Zeitwerk. I can only tell you that much.
Well, I also too, if you're looking at Patek and Lange repeaters, I think they're still even a little higher than like a JLC, and
no doubt.
Because I think those are the ones to get, but
that's
still
the same for any watch. If you look at even a time only Patek versus a time only,
right, exactly.
You're going to pay something extra.
Yeah, exactly. So
if
I like the Eastern and Erotica.
Yeah, the erotic Ulysses.
The Erotica minute repeater. Have you guys seen them? They're really cool.
Yeah.
Actually.
I think you sent that picture of that watch.
Mm-hmm.
They're like animated. Yeah.
A video.
Ulysses is pretty cool.
Yeah. They don't do a lot of traditional minute repeaters.
They do actually, but the ones that sell are the Genghis Khan.
That's what I'm
right.
So,
the theme ones. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen one in real life, but
what, a minute repeater in general?
No, I've seen a few minute repeaters, but specifically the erotic ones and the I've seen like more JLCs. I don't think I've seen the higher end like Lange's and Patek minute repeaters, but they don't usually keep those, right?
Well, Pateks don't sit outside, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, Vacheron does. Lange does. Of course, when the Zeitwerk comes out, we will definitely be displaying it because you want to sell it.
Is there a new Zeitwerk coming out, or you're talking about the one?
The minute repeater Zeitwerk that came out.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful piece. Beautiful. Yeah.
And it's nice to have. It has the gongs on the front, right?
Correct. Just like the striking time. Yeah. I want to. Main thing about a minute repeater is you want to hear it how it sounds.
Sure. Yeah.
And I think it sounds better in gold than in platinum. It always sounds better in steel if you can get a steel minute repeater.
Yeah.
Of course, Mike. Absolutely. Why? That goes without saying. In fact, Sanjay will tell you. We next time you come, Mike. This is on us as well. Sanjay, you've experienced the cut dinner.
He froze. Conveniently froze.
Did I freeze? No, I'm here. You there?
Yeah, you're back. We lost you for a second.
I said no. I said that's you're familiar with the cut dinner. Mike said I should take you guys to dinner. Absolutely, I will. And I'll send Mike to the cut dinner. I think you guys should all come at the same time.
That would be neat.
When we can.
Yeah.
Chris, who invited you?
I'm just gonna be there. Don't worry about it. Someone said that
the Rock House. I'll take all of you a bit to the Rock House, right?
Oh yeah. In all honesty, we probably had more fun there than at cut.
Yeah,
that's true.
So what did David say? How depressing is it to hear someone like Sanjay say, I like Daytona and Paul, but
I lost Chrono again.
Is there no hope for all of that?
I will say I'm not specifically asked about a Daytona, but just it sounds like it's a tough one to get.
Yep.
Daytona's for all.
Yeah. No, but seriously, I wish, I mean, 2021 gets better. I wish around October, November, when if SEMA happens this year, all of you can come and visit Las Vegas. We do a great trunk show at the store. Um, and it's more about not just, you don't have to be there to purchase timepieces, but, just come, have a great time, and meet all the brand reps, you know.
I will say, I've been to one of those trunk shows, and the best part of it was talking to the reps.
Yeah.
They really give you a great appreciation for the brands and some insight that is not easily available.
Right. Yeah, we missed out on 2020 this year. Mike, you haven't been to one, but I'm pretty sure you will in this year if the conventions come back on. Hopefully, we're all hoping, if shows and conventions come back. But we'd love to see all of you. We'd love to see you, Koos, Arthur, David. David, you missed it last time also. You were supposed to come. Dan, everybody, all of you are more than welcome. Yeah. And then we'll go out and have a great dinner.
I like how Karan didn't mention me.
Chris, you're a given. You're like my little, you're like Nate. You'll tag along everywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're a given. You're invited, period.
Thanks, Karan.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we've hit our hour mark. And thank you, Sanjay, once again.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. Enjoyed it.
But we'd have
Nice
to
talking with all you guys.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you coming and sharing your collection. And guys, please let me know if Pictionary was good and anybody wants to participate again.
Yeah, we enjoyed doing that.
Yeah, we're going to do a Pictionary championship now. Yeah, we're going to
Sanjay verse.
Yeah, so Sanjay and Chris won the last one by a decider, but
lost you for a second, Karan. What's the Pictionary championship?
Pictionary championship. We're going to go in rounds. We're going to compete against each other.
It'll be bracketology.
Yeah. Thanks, Dad. Why don't you get me an HMT also? But no, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
and
thank you for sharing that.
You guys soon.
You guys.
Next week, I think we have Chris. You want to tell everybody who we have next week?
Yeah, we got a special superstar, Bruce Williams, coming on next week. So we're gonna talk to him a little bit about his collection and just kind of how we, met up. And he's also from Utah, so he's not like me. So he's a little more interesting. So hopefully you guys enjoy that.
You do agree, Chris. You do agree.
Yeah.
You're very trust me. The things you come up with. Oh, this is yeah.
So he's actually just like he is in his videos. So if you guys ever seen his channel, he's just like that. So I think it'll be a pretty fun show.
It will be a fun show, and he was kind enough to announce on his channel, on his Instagram, that we're giving away the Breitling at 1,000 subscribers. So I just hope that people can subscribe now. Yeah.
Yeah, people they want to win that Breitling, so we're almost there.
Yep. And yes, Dan, you are the superstar, but Koos actually answered that for you as well. It's the globe. Dan and the globe is like Mr. Bean and the Teddy, right? All right, guys. Thank you all for being there as always. Really appreciate the support. And we hope to see you next week with Bruce on our channel. And during the week, you will see some short videos with my time lapses, which I do pretty often and pretty good. And yeah, that's about it. Take care.
All
Adios.
right.
Thank you.
Bye.